Do a Ed Helms, but in the Herman beatboxing style.
You're now rocking with Ed Helms beatboxing.
Welcome to Joy Tactics, the podcast dedicated to all things joyful, joyous, and meeting as many celebrities as humanly possible. Hosted by Eric Rahill, Nate Veroni, and Jack Bensinger. Enjoy.
You've entered the wrong part of town. You've entered the Halloween portion of Joy Tactics.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Joy Tactics Scary Halloween episode.
Wow. We are so back. It's awesome. And
got
on
lightheaded.
Halloween of all days.
Super lightheaded.
Me too, man.
It's the Halloween one. Everybody wants us to do a themed one every once in a while.
I know.
And finally, we're doing one. Should we explain what our costumes are?
Yes, we should.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way first off. So, I am
Michael Jackson?
I'm sort of a weird So I'm
We're all-
wearing a wig right now and some sunglasses from Walgreens, and my costume is a little bit different than most people's costumes. They dress up like as a character or a figure from history. And what I am is I am my ideal version of myself. So this is how I'd want to kind of look and be to the world 24/7. And I'm just becoming that for one day, Halloween. That's why Halloween's kind of special to me, is because you can be whoever you want to be. Thank God I'm not me. You know, I think you guys can relate to that a little bit.
Taking a break from ourselves once in a while. Yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
Even if that means by being yourself on fucking steroids.
Yeah.
I feel like some of y'all out there your Halloween costume should be the true you.
Right.
Who are you behind this facade? Who are you behind the mask? Let's see what you really are like at that Halloween party.
And what you are, what your costume is, whether you like it or not, but that is what you are. You have come to this conclusion to be that, and it is really who you are, right? If you really think about it, who are you? You are Dr. House. Why? Why are you being Dr. House for Halloween? Because you are holding on to a time in your life when your parents were still together and that was on TV, and it sticks in your brain. You know what I mean? Like I could look at, I don't even go to Halloween costumes because all I'm doing is fucking breaking people down and analyzing them psychologically based on their outfits. And
That's
in a
why
way
people
that's like,
people don't like you coming to parties like that. By the way, I've heard from several people that
I'm
It's
like
not cool.
I'm like the fucking David Blaine of psychological analysis. Outfit-based psychological analysis. Eric, go ahead, man. Who the fuck are you?
Well, who are you, Jack?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm
Jack, who are you?
I'm Dr. Pull-Ups.
Dr.
Oh,
Pull-Ups.
okay, I see it now.
I got the pull-up bar on me.
Oh,
Don't mess with,
shit.
maybe I should be Sergeant Pull-Up, Lieutenant Pull-Ups. Cause look at
You know, a
this.
pull-up is one of the best exercises you could do.
I would like to see somebody really short take a pull up on you, like, you know, somebody who could really like get off the ground, or a child.
You know who you look like, Jack? Is that Australian teenager who has that party with the sunglasses on? He's on the getting interviewed on the news.
Oh yeah.
He's
I've
like-
had a crazy weekend.
Yeah. do you feel bad about making a party that bothered your neighbours and people went to the hospital?
I feel horrible. I can't believe I've done this. That's fine.
Well,
No, he goes like, no.
oh,
Yeah.
No, I had fun, man. It's Halloween.
okay, Eric. Who the fuck
Yeah.
are you? Ashley Simpson? After the LASIK?
No, man, I'm not Ashley Simpson after the LASIK.
You sounded offended by that.
I know. I
Yeah,
took a
you
minute
took
to
a
process
beat,
that
right?
because I was shocked that you would say something that
Who are you?
against
Bucky?
Ashley like that. Well, I'm
Okay.
a rocker. I'm a rocker. Morning after a one night stand.
And so you know who
Yeah.
you look like is you look like Skrillex.
Who?
Skrillex.
I don't look like Skrillex, man. Do I?
Yeah, just
Because
of the
you know
weed.
his trademark, or used to be, he grew out his hair now, but the trademark was the shaved side of the head.
The undercut.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, that's a really
Rocker.
fun costume. We got
Thank you,
Nate,
man.
a
What?
rocker. Nate is himself if he had money for the hair transplant. And Eric is a rocker, non-identified.
Straight
And
rocker.
Who am I? Oh, Eric is a post-sexual rocker. And I'm, what did I say? Dr. Pull-Ups?
Yes.
Dr. P.
Dr.
And you know what is
Wait.
funny to the listeners? A little inside information on what has just occurred.
Dr. P. Sorry.
We all, about 30 seconds before recording, said, "Oh, it's Halloween. Let's go get our costumes on." None of us had any planned costumes. And we all, independently, without talking about it, showed up with a wig and sunglasses.
That's special. There's something.
Okay.
There's something synchronicious about that.
Synchroniciously amazing.
Can we get a
friendship.
running list of words that we've made up on this fucking podcast?
We are.
Synchronicious.
I'm not kidding you. We are. You know who else? You know who else used to make up words?
Who? Shakespeare?
Shakespeare did.
Really?
And
Yeah,
nobody
he did.
has really been making up words since. And that I just want to
Wait.
draw that comparison.
Did he
just
really?
for a second?
Of course he did.
He came up with
10 words at least.
hundreds,
Get
maybe
out.
thousands of
No,
words in
no.
the new.
Are you
Yes.
serious?
Because
So
he was
he was
so
trying-
prolific. He was so
No.
prolific. Yes.
No. Is this real? Can
Yeah,
we Google that? Can we Google this?
Yes.
Can we Google this?
There's no need, dude. Can we stop
no-
Googling everything?
Oh,
Just believe something for a second. Just
lying.
believe.
I'm trapped. I'm not. I believe you. I just am wanting to know.
You're in the
further.
pull-up prison.
I am. It's latching onto the back of my chair.
Jack has a pull-up bar over his head, by the way. And let me just for the listeners real quick describe. Eric has a long hair wig. Does look like Skrillex sort of right now. I have a kind of Beatles style wig. All of us have sunglasses. Jack has kind of
Red.
like Oakley style, like trucker style sunglasses.
Do you want to hear some of the words that Shakespeare made up?
Yeah.
Thank God, I just Googled this.
So Eric just said, "Don't Google this. Trust me." And look what's
well, guess
happening.
what? Eric was 30 minutes late today, so I'm not one to sit here and take his advice. I'd like to
here
do it on
we
a
go.
fucking podcast, man.
Here we
I'm
go.
not-
Didn't we
Eric.
just talk about this, Eric?
I
Didn't
know.
we
You
just
can't imagine
talk
the shame
about
that I felt when I woke up. Well, here's what's interesting. I woke up earlier than all of you guys. And much earlier. I know I didn't text you, but I was up at 8 a.m. walking the dog, taking her out to go potty, giving her her morning routine. And then I just so happened to fall asleep again and woke up very late for this. So, in a sense, I was the earliest one up.
Sounds like the dog walked you, man.
No.
Well,
No,
Eric-
she didn't, man.
You have
Bubbles.
to. I feel like you are at a level of you need to repent. Like before, I was like you need to apologize and make right with the world. And I feel like repentance is like the word that I'm looking for right now. Like you need to make this right with God. This is no longer about us right now. You need to make this right with the universe because you have disrespected us, and in turn, you have disrespected God and the universe. Do you know how to repent? Is that something that's familiar to you?
Repentance is how I was raised, man. Don't get me started on repentance. I was so guilt ridden that I was repenting daily,
You know what the
Hourly.
problem is with repentance? I'll tell you right now.
by the minute.
It's similar to a setback being a setup to a comeback. A repentance is a recipe for repetition. Because if you know that you can repent, you are going to repeat. So what needs to happen is there's no
Oh.
more repenting. You can't
Yeah.
repent to the God of. There's only pent. There is no repent. Once you pent, you're in the penitentiary at that point,
Oh.
forever and for good.
Damn.
Man. The joy tactics
Oh.
God is the God of the Old Testament, man.
Oh,
Okay,
so wait,
Sachin.
what?
Sasha,
okay.
what'd you call me?
Oop.
You call me Sasha?
Sachin. Oh.
You need to work on your music.
You need to get that back in the studio.
Shout out to that person.
Shout out to
And again,
Sachin.
Eric has donated much money to several different causes, just in case there is.
Just in case that is.
Okay, so what words has Shakespeare? What words has he
Swagger.
invented?
No,
Swagger.
Swagger.
Shakespeare invented swag.
My liege, the swagger has fallen upon
Too
us.
strong.
What? Weren't saying swagger back then.
There's some incredible things to say. He invented good riddance. Have you heard of Green Day?
Good riddance.
He invented all that glitters is not gold. Rest in peace. Have you heard of Smash Mouth? He invented Brave New World.
What
These are,
does glitter
multiple
that's not
words.
gold?
These are film titles. And
He invented
song
bedazzled,
titles.
critic, lonely. He invented the word lonely.
Oh,
You know how bad you gotta be down if you invented the word lonely.
Oh,
Yo,
hell
he invented
no.
the word eye. They ain't had words yet for eyeball. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Something tells me that they like the language pre-Shakespeare was just so sort of like almost like caveman style, you know?
Right. They were saying
Yeah.
words like in. They were saying a lot of connective words.
Yeah,
In.
yeah.
In.
I think they would just point at things and be like,
Right.
"Cheese," you know.
I used to have
Jeez.
fantasies when I was a kid that I could get in a time machine and go back and hook up with
Shakespeare.
middle ages women.
Middle-aged women.
Not middle aged.
So
But Middle
this is-
Ages.
I know exactly what happened for you to want to, for that desire. You as a child, let me guess, you went to a Renaissance fair, Eric,
Nope.
as a child,
go to one
and
of
you were
them, by the way?
like, "Damn!" You saw all the ladies dressing up like that, and you
Mhm.
said, yeah, I like this. I wanna
You know
go
what it
back
was
to
is I was
when
watching-
This is all day long, every day, and
I
not
mean-
just a festival.
I want this to be my life.
My
They
life
dressed
be like-
inherently more sexy back then, just all with all them corsets and layers and crazy
Well, they
long
put
dresses.
it all like this is what it was. It was all cleavage. That was like it was all.
Do not even
focused on
start
the
talking about this right now. I'm serious.
Cleavage.
Talk to me
cleavage.
about it after the pod.
Cleavage.
Just like don't get it started right now.
Eric.
It's not cool.
It's the cleavage episode.
Stop.
You're the cleavinator. Yeah, you like it. Well, no, the cleavage,
Cleavage
is
is a
crack
hilarious
of the
word. I'm kind of
I
thinking
bet
about it
Shakespeare
right
made
now.
that shit. Cleavage, because what the fuck were they thinking with that one? Cleave? What's to cleave? That's a verb, right? Cleave. That's like to smash something with a knife.
Cleft.
To
Left,
cleave your head from your
cleave.
shoulders.
Cleft, cleave.
I got
Cleave.
me head cleaved from my shoulders, and that's how I died.
I
A
got my
ghost
cleavage
talking from the Middle
stuck in
Ages?
stuck in the wind. Yeah. Well, let's make it.
Oh, I want to say something about these sunglasses.
Okay.
I got these, and I thought that I would look like the older guy from Ocean's 11. Remember him?
Nope.
Brad Pitt.
He got burned by Terry. What's his name in the first one? And they
Cruz.
Nope.
Terry
Don't
something like
remember
that.
anything about it. but
Anyways,
I've seen
I thought
it.
I would look like
Brad
that,
Pitt.
but these glasses look bad up on me. Okay.
Are you fishing right now, or like,
No, I'm not. I'm not. And frankly, with the long hair, yeah, it's kind of fitting. But with
You're
my
always
work-
fishing for compliments. And
I've
it's
never
like-
done that in my life consciously. Maybe my ego is crying out for a little help because I'm so not paying attention to it. But no, I never fish for anything.
Yeah, but it always falls flat because you're always doing it, and it's like so obvious when you're. But everyone's like, just stop, man. Like we know.
Yeah.
Did you want a compliment? Just let us know, man. We'll give you a compliment. Like you can just ask for that.
Can I just ask you guys for them once in a while? Can you please dap me up emotionally right now?
Sure. I can
Please.
dap you up emotionally.
I would
How
love
would
to.
that
Should we give Halloween compliments
Hey,
to each other right
man.
now?
Halloween compliments?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Halloween is such a dark, sexually
Spooky.
charged holiday. I think we got to take back some of that ownership and
demonic.
take some of that away from this devil and give a little bit back to God.
Can I say something sad real quick about Halloween?
Yes.
Just on the demonic nature of it all.
Yes.
Okay.
This is gonna make people sad, and
That
before,
sucks.
and we're gonna brighten up the mood afterwards because.
Okay.
But I just want to bring everybody down real quick before we can go.
What are you going to say, man? I'm so curious.
You're knocked down.
The first time I celebrated Halloween and got to dress up was when I was 13 years old.
Fuck, man.
No.
So
Not-
there
Wait,
13
what?
years of my life, the most formative years, maybe the most fun years, when Halloween is special, when you get to dress up like Buzz Lightyear, your favorite character, and you get to go out and get candy and all that. I
Why did
didn't
they
get
do
to
that?
experience that.
Did you want to be
Why?
Buzz Lightyear so bad?
Yeah.
Like you're
I want
I
to be that dude
did.
now. Nate,
That's
you
the
should be that
first-
dude this week.
That's the first movie I ever saw was Toy Story in theaters. And I liked all the characters in that movie. And there's so many different costumes I could have been.
Yeah, my
And
brother
I
was
spent-
Woody this year.
I
That's
spent
cool.
13 years every Halloween having to sit outside of the classroom
No.
whenever there was Halloween related topics.
No, Nate.
Because
What the
Halloween
hell?
is such a demonic
I didn't know
holiday
this about you.
for Satan, and I would have to sit outside the classroom in the hallway with one other religious kid who was like me, and we would have to just do nothing while everyone would make their little Halloween pumpkin drawings.
Nate,
No, Nate.
you were raised in a cult.
That is
Basically.
so. Were you desperately wanting to do Halloween so bad? Like you were like, "Fuck this! I want to be in doing
Yeah.
Halloween."
My
Wow,
first
Nate.
Halloween ever, I created my own character actually. It wasn't even and I can't tell you I literally spent probably like 8 hours that day collecting candy in my entire development. Like I probably walked like 10 miles and went to every single house, and I filled up like 2 gigantic trash bags full of candy that lasted me like a year basically.
Wow.
And I dressed up as Bubble Wrap Man, and I covered my body in bubble wrap.
You went alone?
You were sweating.
No, I went with my friend, and then kind of peeled off on my own when they got tired.
You're like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna hoof it and really get." You guys
That
are
is
getting
so-
10 houses in an hour. This is pathetic.
That checks out so right, just right on the money with your
Yeah,
personality. By
yeah,
the way, it's like,
yeah.
all right, you guys are tapping out. Word.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I'm.
Whoa.
I also
keep
got
going.
beat up on Halloween once, but that's
No.
another story.
Dude, well,
I got my ass kicked on Halloween. The only time it's ever happened because
because you were
it's a long story and I don't want to go into it. But
all right. But that was last
Um,
year.
that was last year. No, it was when I was a kid. But yeah, so I would ask all the people to, "Hey, I'm Bubble Wrap Man. Do you want to pop my bubble?" And the adults would come and pop me a bubble. And then they would
Adults
give me
are
a
doing
piece
that
of
to
candy.
you?
Adults only.
Yeah, adults.
All right. Well, they were.
So
the
that
homeowners.
was just a sad. I just wanted to add some sadness to this
And-
to Joy Tactics, because I know there's a little bit too much joy on here sometimes.
That
and
is
we need to
really,
bring it
Nate,
fucking down.
That is
Sorry.
sad as
Sunshine
fuck,
wouldn't be
dude.
sunshine if it wasn't for rain.
So on Halloween
Exactly.
night, what were you doing with your parents? Were they like trying to hook it up and make it a little fun for you?
Nope.
You're kidding me.
There
What
was
would they do?
nothing.
Did
they would
even
do
tell
nothing.
You that it existed? Were they like, I don't know why everyone's dressing weird, man. Don't listen to them. Or,
They were like, you know that like Halloween is like a satanic holiday, and there are a lot of, satanic rituals that go down tonight, and they just made it kind of really you think Halloween's scary? Yeah. Try the type of Halloweens that I experienced as a kid, thinking about all
Wow.
of the rituals and murders and goat sacrifices that were going on that night.
would they let you eat candy?
Well, I guess I could, but I can, it would have to have been independent of getting it.
They
from
weren't hooking it. They
houses.
weren't like, "Hey, here's fucking a bucket
No.
of candy." Oh my god.
Nope.
Nate's parents.
So do you
Well,
feel
we love
like-
you guys, but we don't forgive you for this.
Also, my mom is I just talked to my mom, and she does listen to the podcast.
Oh,
and she will bring up things that basically I mention her specifically, or like a parent thing. And I just want to say, Mom, if you're listening right now, it didn't affect me at all that this was happening. And this is one of those moments that I was talking about where I'm like, joking, and it's, I'm actually all good. So shout out to Mom. Love you.
Shout out. And you all went through that together, by the way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that is interesting. I can't help but make it political. Because Nate, now when I see you on Halloween, and this now it makes perfect sense.
Well, the side profile with the hair is crazy, Nate. You look amazing.
Oh wow, man, you look like the fucking sexy version of the Honeycombs Kid.
Oh my
Good God, you look like a sexy man.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but you're so much sexier without it.
No, you're wasted. Literally.
Much.
Stop lying. Literally stop lying to me. Everyone stop lying to me. Stop it now.
Right. You could do with the
You
could
know-
do with the hair.
Exactly. Please.
You could
just
definitely
stop
do-
it.
we could all
Everyone
do
just
with
stop. Everybody who's ever told me you look better as a bald man, whatever, just stop. It's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you look
over.
good.
You look
feel
like shit,
great
man. I'm
right
sorry.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right now is like
Oh wait, right now it looks like
sigh of relief. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
All right, go on. You're about to politicize something that isn't inherently political. Classic Jack Benzier.
Well, man, you just sounded like an idiot because everything within a political system is political, whether you like it or not. And I can't remember what I was saying, so it's all good.
Look how scary this looks. Look how scary this looks.
What are you
Wow, there's your braces that you still have that I forget about.
Doesn't that look like ghoulish?
Who's Gula? Oh,
If you're listening, I'm putting my mouth open in a way that scares
Looks like a
my
horse.
ass just to look at.
Here's what I was gonna say is this. I was wondering why, Nate, on Halloween, do you kind of like eat chocolate in a way that looks like you just got rescued from a deserted island?
A desert? What'd you say? Desert
Deserted.
island?
Oh man.
You know, a lot of people have a hard time spelling desert and dessert, but you mix it up just the way you say it.
Did I say that wrong?
You said a desert island.
No, I did not. All right, drop it, man. Drop it.
Nate, I have seen Nate eat candy before, and it is fucking nuts. It
You
is
eat it like a fucking-
frostbitten
like a-
fingers, like
like a dog getting their hand on some animal fries.
Yeah.
A dog the first time they get some human food.
I make a lot of noises.
Charleston chews.
It's kind of like comical the way I do it.
Yeah.
chocolate.
And so what to tie this into politics is
Please.
the age of drinking consent.
Wow.
In a sense, like how when kids start binging because they're not allowed to drink alcohol until they're 21, you weren't allowed to eat candy until you were 13. And so you're making up for lost time. Every Halloween, you're dressing up as like you're switching costumes once an hour. You're like breaking into people's houses for a week afterwards. You don't even want candy. You just bust into the fridge and start slurping roast beef, sucking it down.
Nate, why are you so still, man? You're
Yeah, why are you so
it looks like
tense
you have a
also?
neck brace.
Well, you know what? I've put my mic stand. It's below the computer right here, and sometimes I'm leaning in a little bit to get the audio pickup. I kind of like the mic stand style
I
because
do
usually
too.
I'm going handheld with it, and I kind of feel more free. I feel like I can.
Same, dude.
You know, as the people know, I'm part Italian, and Italians like to speak with their hands. So I feel like
Yeah.
I'm kind of limiting my racial abilities to, because down here I'm doing a lot of, you can't see it, but I'm doing a lot
Right.
of Trump.
Oh,
Nate,
very
say-
still,
and
in a
word.
still manner. When are we
Nate,
gonna
say
get the
some,
Joe Rogan Shure microphones?
Ugh, I like those. They're sexy. What were you saying, Jack?
Sure. I was going to ask you to say something Italian.
But like that.
Il ragazzo,
Yeah, regardless.
il pan, mangia.
Oh, you're really speaking Italian.
Man,
Yes.
But your hands aren't moving. Is that so? Is it when
Well, they
when
are.
Italian people speak English, they miss like the rolling of the tongue and stuff, and that's that energy coming out?
Ooh, maybe. Yeah, totally.
Il ragazzo.
Oh, I just found this out. Should I do this? I'll bring you guys along with me.
What is it, man?
What's happening?
I just found out that I can have dual citizenship
No.
in Italy.
And you're bringing us with you? What
I
does that
will,
mean?
Well, I think I don't know. I will do everything in my abilities to get you guys to my Italian villa when shit goes down. But I think that I feel like I need to pursue this because
You
I think
know,
there's going
Nate-
to be
Of course you
some
do.
apocalyptic.
You know about
benefits.
this, right, Nate? The dollar homes that they have all scattered across Italy.
Yeah.
Sacramento.
Well, they're in extreme disrepair. There's no electricity, but you can buy some of these homes for nothing and go in and come in as the American neighbor that everybody's gonna love, who just got their dual citizenship, clean up the home, put in a
Dual
pool,
wielding.
put in a DJ booth, invite all Marshmallow, all the DJs to come go crazy. That's gonna be you. Can we
Nate,
please?
What's your Italian name gonna be, Nate? Because you can't be Nate Verone. I guess
I know. Well,
Nathan
you gotta be not a lot.
Baroni.
I gotta be Giovanni. I feel like that's a pretty
Giovanni.
good
Giovanni
Me llamo.
Salmonella.
linguile
Salmonella.
linguisimo.
Oh, that's good,
Giovanni
John Leguizamo.
linguisimo.
That's really close to John Leguizamo. Giovanni, I'm gonna be Bradisio Pitti.
What about this?
Predicio. You sounded like you spoke like perfect Italian just then.
I do speak pretty fucking good Italian. Nobody knows that, but I speak pretty good every language.
I know, yeah, that's interesting.
Sono uno ragazzo piccolo.
I heard that just to compare you to a comedy legend. This is a little comedy historic knowledge.
Is this
that you
about
probably don't think
Maniscalco?
we have.
Oh,
No,
this
it's
is
not,
about-
man. It's about a guy named, and no one's gonna care about this, and I don't even know why I'm bringing it up right now as I'm saying this, but there was a guy
hell,
named
man?
Sid Caesar. You guys familiar? No, because you guys
Of
don't
course.
fucking care
I know-
about.
What the
Because you
fuck?
guys
talking
don't
about,
fucking
Nate?
care about the
Are you
history of
kidding me? I'm
comedy,
the
and
fucking
you don't
Albert
even know
Stein.
anything about
I know
the
it.
people that came
Sid
before you. You don't even know.
talking
All you know
Jack
about is
studied
Tim and
comedy
Eric.
in college at Columbia College. I think he
But
might
you
want
didn't
to-
fucking
Comedy
pay
College.
attention,
Sid
dude,
Caesar
because you were
is-
too focused on watching Adult Swim, and that's all you know about right now. You don't know
I've
anything.
never seen Adult Swim. I don't even know what that is.
Adult
All I
what?
know is books. If you don't even don't even talk to me right now. What are you saying? What are we talking
Let
about?
me educate
Genuinely.
you guys, because you guys don't know anything about this.
Sid Caesar, of course I know who that is.
You guys have
Named a
no
salad
idea who
after
this
him.
is because you don't study history and you have no fucking. And I just noticed there's a mirror. I can see in the mirror in the background. We can see us on the Zoom. Anyways, Sid Caesar, he's one of the great comedic performers of the 50s, of the 40s, 60s, and he apparently had this ability to speak any language. If you said, "Hey, speak French," he didn't know how to speak French, but the way that he would speak was so convincing that he would convince people that he could speak that language.
Oh,
Isn't that kind of incredible?
So he was a liar.
Yes,
Nate,
but
try it right now with French.
Je le coup fleu. Jette la queue fleu. So I kind of have a little bit of
You know-
that, right?
You know,
You
based
sound
on
like
the
a-
way that you pronounce and deal with Spanish speaking people when we're, in Costa Rica, whatever, you are, I think, born to do French compared to the Spanish.
Jacques la queue fleur.
Je le suis la mon
Je
sound
le
like
le
a-
je le queue.
Palache
Me le
koala.
tis ma consue.
Malabolala.
Shite le le fleur.
Well, that's not working. So I can't do that. This was some I get Jewish with it right away. I can't help it.
You should put a Jewish spin on Spanish.
Hola. Hola. No, I don't. This is so clown. This is corny shit. I don't do jokes like that.
Right.
Um,
We don't do that. We really don't do
So
that stuff.
it's Halloween and people want to be scared to death. Don't they?
Oh,
that's right.
Jesus.
Don't you think people want to be scared to fucking death? Should we tell some scary stories?
Dude, we should do it one word at a.
Time. How about some scary
should-
stories from our lives?
Oh, why don't we do the kids episode?
In
again?
2013, my neighbor died by being in a car accident.
Oh.
Oh.
I was gonna go in and tell the story. It's too
so-
sad. May she rest in peace.
On September 11th, 2001, two ghoulish.
Wait, we should tell. Let's do that.
Nobody's made 9/11
Why don't we
spooky.
do-
Unknown story in a scary
11?
way.
Okay, so let's tell the story, not 9/11 because
Yeah, because that's
I
a
have
tragedy.
too much respect for what happened. But let's do
Maybe like a Alice in Wonderland, but all scary.
no, because I can't remember that well enough.
Okay.
I just watched Beau is Afraid. No, that's too scary naturally.
Fuck.
What's something from history? What about like?
Oh, the story of George Washington.
All right, let's do it.
I don't really know that much about him. Fuck.
This is Joy Tactics spooky history. We make historical events extremely spooky.
From the guys who brought you the Thank Call segment. Now they're gonna do a new bit.
Yeah.
It's called Scary History.
We're
Blah,
taking a
blah,
new
blah.
spin on history. You've heard history before, but have you heard it spooky style? We're about to make it extremely scary and spooky.
With over 1,900 downloads per week, this podcast is exploding.
Wait,
very
hold on,
fast.
Eric. I need to stop you on the analytics.
What?
All right. I found out something extremely shocking.
Mario and Luigi
Is
are brothers.
this cut down on our listens or boost it?
It's boosted.
No.
I found out something just that's going to shock you to your core, and it might honestly change the way that you speak on this podcast. 'Cause you
Okay,
think,
because I'm doing.
there's fucking a couple thousand people listening to this. I can say whatever the fuck I want, and I can be all fucking all the phobias in the world.
Faux pas.
You have no
Eric.
idea the amount of
How many, man?
the people are listening to this are starting. I looked
Can
at
I
this
hear it?
analytic. Are starting the podcast pressing play on this bitch.
Yeah,
There are, what'd you just say?
it, man. Say it
1,900?
now.
1900s.
15,000 people.
Balegna. Oh,
Pressing the play button.
And we're
And
just
how many listen past
that
5
makes me-
seconds?
200. No, but these starts are staggering. People are discovering the podcast in ways that you have no, and I'm starting to feel it in public. Everywhere I go,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding you. Somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, I love Joy Tactics." So
Holy shit.
Why do my?
So
why-
so is that does
Tears
that
are in my
affect the way
eyes.
that you does that
That
affect
makes
the
me
way that-
nervous. It makes me mad nervous. There's 15,000 people potentially listening to this right now.
Well, they've since dropped off at this point.
Oh, okay.
But at
So
the
this
very
who's with
beginning,
us now?
there's-
Probably 20 people rocking with us.
Yeah, there's a
Alright.
couple. There's just there's a
All right. I'm chill.
there's one sort of college roommate sort of house that's all listening to it at the same exact time on
And we
different-
rock
getting
with
their
them.
getting the chores done.
and they're all synced up. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna play in 3, 2, 1," and they're all listening into it together.
Should we start touring colleges and going to get all fucked up with them afterwards? That's
I
a
would
scary
honestly,
story.
Yeah.
have so much fun doing that. I can't tell you how much fun I think because it's
Do
just,
you- Do you guys remember this? We were all there. I'm not going to use any real people's names. I was probably 24, and we were taking an improv show to Oberlin. Were you there for this, Nate? You weren't there.
no,
You
but
were
I've been,
24 when this
but I
happened?
have been
20
to Oberlin.
Or 25. It was yeah. I wasn't that much crazy older than the college kids, but I was older. But we were there with some people that are even older than we are now, so they were in their mid-late 30s. And we were, after our shows, we went to like a party house, and all the older people came too. And there was something about seeing the like 38-year-olds getting like blackout drunk at the at the college party, like wearing.
Can we stop with the ageism?
remember
man?
the guy in the suit
please?
that wore the suit?
I don't
I
want to
just
talk
said
about this.
that was crazy. We can never become.
I was
that.
I think I was disrespected at one point at Oberlin,
No, man.
if I remember correctly.
I don't remember that.
No, I think I was. Fuck Oberlin. Now that I'm remembering that story.
Oberlin. Who came up with
You-
that name?
You know who
Oberlin
went to
sounds like a
Oberlin?
cheese. Sounds like
Sounds
a
an
dairy
Irish
farm.
city in Germany.
You know who went to Oberlin, right? Alumni?
No.
John Stewart. Please say
The
it's
guy
Jon
from The
Stewart.
Hangover.
Nope. Yes, the guy from The Hangover.
Ed
Andy
Helms.
Bernard
Ed
from The Office.
Helms.
Ed motherfucking Helms.
Holy shit. I was wondering where he learned all that.
Herman
So he learned it in Ohio.
Beatboxing.
Do a Ed Helms, but in the Herman beatboxing style.
Do an Ed Helms.
Just like,
Like
say
say
Ed Helms as the,
You're now rocking with Ed Helms beatboxing. Yeah. Lights that stop me turn to
Oh God.
Joy Tactics remix.
Okay, enough.
All right, sorry.
That's amazing.
You are now rocking with Ed Helms beatboxing.
That felt good.
That
I
was-
bet beatboxing is good for your central nervous system in ways.
There's
that,
no, people have been coming up to me because Jack, you're the real pro in this group at beatboxing. But people,
Well, I'm deeply entrenched in the culture.
I know you are, and I
Excuse
respect
me? Excuse me?
You don't know about Rozelle. You don't know about Gene. You don't know about Napalm. Like, shout him out.
Oh, shit.
that. But people have been telling me because I do beatboxing in my wonderful, groundbreaking stand up that I do. And they're like, yo, Eric, you're kind of good at it. And I'm like, yo, I'm not. All you got to do, right, Jack? And let me see. Nate, I think you can do this too. You cover your throat hole with your tongue, like that. And then you do all of the melody like this, just like humming like that. And then you use the front of your mouth to make the sounds.
Let's take Nate through a little beatboxing class right now.
Oh,
So
that's-
we're gonna
okay,
do.
okay.
Can you do
we're
that,
gonna
Nate?
do Candy Shop. Nate, you know the song Candy Shop, right?
Am I doing it right? Let me tell you, and I suck it on a lot like a lollipop.
Now, what you want to take when you're ready to take it to the next level? Think about this. So the beat goes like this, right? Then, when you're ready to step it up, I'll take you to the candies.
But you're not even saying the words. Like, you're just.
I'll take you to the candies. Yes, I am, man. And then when you're ready, and then remix it. Candy shop, 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 shop. Get your fucking ass on the sidewalk.
Well, what you're
Candy
doing
plant.
is, I feel like you're replacing letters with like candy shop. You know, like there's.
Oh,
it's
you
not a
make
fluid
fun, but
word.
Nate, you just did a crazy beatbox. Well, let's see the mug, Nate. Let's see that mug.
Eric, tell me you have ADD without telling me you have ADD.
It's all blurred out.
That looks.
I like seeing people's mugs. I'm very
The mug
particular.
is
It's
with
kind
mug
of beautiful.
Get ready for this one.
Oh, now that's the classic shape that I like. I don't really actually like this shape that much. This will do the trick.
That looks like a tea mug.
I think it is a tea mug.
I
The
knew
British
that was a
listeners
mug.
can confirm.
If
you're in British right Britain, now.
Confirm
if you're British,
Is
if you're British,
Come over, British people.
Can I kiss you?
can I give you a kiss?
What the fuck are we doing, man? The fuck is this, man? This
Hey,
podcast is
can I
fucking
kiss
funny.
you?
Fuck it. Can
This
I say
is
something
the
real
worst
quick?
podcast ever.
This podcast is fucking funny, man.
Oh my god! No.
Jesus Christ.
Let's-
that shit.
can we
got
get a
me
little more
rolling like
serious?
sushi.
Could we just like fucking drop this all this act like we were actually having a good time?
What do you want to do? Get real.
I want to talk about what's happening in comedy.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, I am all fucking really bummed about Matthew Perry.
Oh, he just went with the ghouls, man. Speaking of Halloween, man, everybody, can we say something? Everybody better be fucking Matthew Perry this Halloween. All right, I don't want to see no Elvis. I don't want to see no Draculas. Everybody better be pouring one piece of chocolate out for fucking Matthew Perry on Halloween.
Can I tell you guys something?
Of course.
You want to hear the spookiest thing of all?
What? His Instagram post a week ago when he was in the hot tub and he signs it off as Batman because he was obsessed with Batman. And the caption says, "The warm water makes me feel good." and then caption, and then signs off saying, "I'm Matt Man."
Eric, you need to be a drunk fucking alcoholic detective.
Okay.
No,
it's truth serum.
This is one of the scariest things. I'm kind of shocked to my core about this, but so last night I'm on HuffingtonPost.com doing my, nightly rundown of the news so I can be prepared for the next day to conversate with everyone at the parties that I'm going to and kind of, keep up to date with everything and have an opinion and
you're such a
formulate what I want to what's my opinion, what through my independent research, not something that I've bit off of this podcast or something. I like to think independently.
Only through looking at Huffington Post.
Exactly. So I get their opinion, then I put my little spin on it first. But I'm not even. Anyways.
Sippington City Post.
Right. So I see that Matthew Perry's dead. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys. And something strange happened where the feelings that I had inside were apathy. Is that messed up? I saw this and I said,
"You don't mean empathy?"
No.
You
apathy. I was like, I wish I could care about this, but I really don't. Am I fucked up for
because
that?
what you're seeing right now is a world burning at a rate that is very unsettling. Things are happening that are so tragic that they are unspeakable. And you see the death of a single 54-year-old celebrity man who's seen the height of fame and success. But let me make a case for Matthew Perry right now.
Please.
This industry is disgusting. Okay? This is an industry that milked the talent of a charming, handsome young man who was quick-witted, sharp-tongued. He had an amazing person. He brought such presence to a sitcom performance that hadn't been seen since the days of Cheers. Okay? He really brought it to the screen, and I loved watching him on Friends. But the fame got to be too much. We put too much pressure on these young celebrities to be role models, to be sex icons. And when their bodies change and when they start to break down, where's the support? Where's the support? Because
it sounds like you're talking to the future version of you. Like this is I feel like you're gonna somebody clip this and just send it to Eric in like 25 years.
Well, Eric used to be the fucking king of the improv theaters. And now he's come up and his body has changed, and he's having to go on stage and beg people to, suck him.
Last night I was doing a set to a pretty small house, and I noticed, because I do this with the mic sometimes, I like put it back to them just to get a little feedback, so I feel like something good's happening. And last night, our friend came and he was like, "You did that last night more than you've ever done it in your life." Like after every sentence, putting the mic back to the. But Matthew Perry, man, we know there's a lot of even more horrible stuff going on the planet, but we miss you, man. We're sorry about all the hell that you went through in the
Do you think he's
life.
Listening in the after?
Hell
because
yeah.
if the afterlife exists, then certainly you could have access to the this dimension that we're in right now. So you think there's a lot of ghosts and people
he's too busy doing
that
40
are listening to
puzzles
this podcast?
I think that this dimension becomes just a loading
Boring?
zone. You know what I mean? For the next stage
loading
of
zone?
life. It's like when in games when there's a soft load, like in video games when you have to like squeeze through a crevice, but really that's the game loading.
Yeah.
In the background, it's just making you pause for a little bit. Maybe that's what life on Earth is.
Damn, I didn't know.
And once we get to the next stage, it all opens up, and there's a whole new world past this. Who knows? I don't know.
It could just be oblivion, solo, dolo, black.
Would that be so bad? It's so nice to be asleep, isn't it?
Yeah, but this isn't sleep. This is something different. Because sleep implies waking up. Sleep implies rest.
When I'm asleep,
Oblivion
I'm
implies...
fucking out.
All right.
What if when you die,
Mm-hmm.
your soul gets connected to the collective consciousness, and you are now a single being that is attached to the infinite amount of souls and realities that have ever existed through this Earth. I'm talking about all of the animals that have ever existed, because consciousness is a spectrum. What if you become a one single part and you can feel the rhythms and the experiences of all different creatures ever that have ever existed, all simultaneously in one single seventh dimension? What if that's what happens?
You're just talking about stimming.
Is that what stimming is?
Yeah, that's what stimming is.
Okay.
We like to think we're so separate, that our bodies are so autonomous and so separate from every. What separates us from the molecule? What is air? You know what I mean? Air is molecules. Air is matter. We're connected in what?
Well, let me put it this way. What if there's no narrative to it? What if it's not sexy, it's not unsexy, it's just something that we could never have even thought of? What if when you die, you wake up by yourself with 6 other people and you're all facing in different directions and you're in a room sitting facing the wall and your fingers are different colors, and every time you lick your finger, you taste something amazing, and then it switches colors and a new little berry, fucking futuristic berry, grows in your fingers, and you never get fucking answers. You're just in this room sucking on your fingers.
Like, what is going
back to
on,
back.
Man.
That's what I'm saying.
Is
the
this
universe
it?
could be much more chaotic than we even fucking realize, man. We might be sucking on the fingerberries out in the future.
I used to work at Discovery Education. Do you guys remember when I worked there in Chicago and I was like,
Yes.
yo, I'm making $20 an hour. I can go out to eat whenever I want.
That was sick.
Remember that?
That was sick.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I was having to it was a contract position to full-time hire. They didn't choose to re-up my hire.
Interesting.
They let me go after that first year.
That's business, man.
But basically, I was editing educational content all day. And one of the series that I edited for the classroom was this, like, Secrets of the Universe type thing. And it was a huge office at the top of this building overlooking Lake Michigan.
Wow.
And all of my coworkers were on the other. For some reason, they put me on a solo on like the sales side of the office, and all the salespeople were always on the road. So I never had anybody next to me. It was just me alone, and I would turn the lights off. So I sat in a dark office all day editing these things, losing my mind. And one of the episodes was about the reality of, like, the reality of nature, whatever. And this scientist comes on, and she's like, our senses are trying to make sense of what's going on around us, you know what I mean? But the true reality of nature is so incomprehensible and so opposite of what we're seeing right now. I'm not even putting it in the right words, but I remember having like really a crisis when she said this in this office.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to what you're saying.
I don't get what you're saying. I
Fucking
honestly
care
don't
about
get it. I don't get
it.
it.
So what did you just move on? Just,
What did you say?
Let's move
You're saying
on.
that- what did you say?
Okay. Well,
reality's different.
it's so
than
funny
it
because I was
seems,
like
or
really
what are
trying
you
to
saying?
connect with you guys, and
Okay, well, we're doing a podcast right now, so save it for the fucking save it for this road trip, man.
I was fucking stupid, Eric.
No,
Like, did
okay.
you know,
No,
like, what?
you're right.
Like,
you're right.
Can we do the
Should we do the
scary
scary
history
story
right
or
now?
whatever? Like,
hey,
go
we
back to-
forgot to compliment each other. Maybe that'll
Oh.
be the joyous experience at the end, because we
Okay.
always ramp up, because we get more joy. If you haven't noticed, we get more joyous as the podcast goes on, and that's
Yes.
something that a lot of people have caught on. It's kind of a thing behind the scenes, but this is something we talk about. Can we experience more joy as the podcast is going on? It's a
Right.
ramp that goes up an hour, and you're on that roller coaster.
And
with us.
sometimes
And at the beginning, it's dark. I know you feel it. You're like, oh, where's this going? By the end, we are ramping up to joyous exploration.
Enjoyment.
And in that state of
Enjoyment.
ecstasy, two of the members might stab the other one in the back, and there's no problem. I mean, it's just like,
Right.
then we're back. You know, that might
Yes.
derail some
Well,
podcasts, but not this one.
And did they stab him, or did he back up into the knife?
Yep.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
I would hate to be stabbed.
It depends where. All right, what are we talking about?
Okay. Should we tell a scary story?
Let's tell one scary fucking story real quick. Let's literally try and tell the scariest fucking story we could tell.
Wait,
right
can
now.
we go round robin? Everybody does one sentence about a new made up story in Brown style.
All right, let's
And
go.
be as scary as possible. Don't be funny.
I will start. I'm going to start.
Okay.
There was a cabin in the middle of upstate New York.
It was late October, and 3 single men and 5 5 single women. All were all up there. And they were having a cabin trip.
One sentence, Eric.
Okay.
One sentence. One sentence.
They were about to eat a delicious piece of pizza together when suddenly they heard a knock.
At the door.
That's my sentence, man.
Oh,
At
I thought
the
I was going to
door.
pick it up slickly. At the door. There was a knock at the door. And who was at the door? A old man with a lantern. And he said to the 3 single men and 5 single women.
How many sentences?
Sorry, go ahead. Take over.
Have ye got enough oil for the night? It's going to be a cold one.
And he took a knife out from behind his back and said, I'm going to slice all of you right now. And then he put the knife. Oh, sorry, Nate, go ahead.
And then one of the single males took out one of their weapons that on the way up from the trip, they said, some of the other single people were like, you shouldn't have a gun. Like, why are you bringing your gun? Oh, it came in handy this time. Now, what are you saying about the gun before?
Right.
Because it's actually saving your life. Shoots the guy in the fucking head.
All right,
And he
Eric.
fucking died. And then they had to bury his ass. And then it was back to partying.
And then they heard a knock, but this time it wasn't coming from the door. This time it was coming from inside the guy with the gun's fucking head.
And I feel like that's a great place just to leave it for a cliffhanger. What do you think?
Right, we'll do.
Oh, yeah,
we'll
next
come
year
back
we
to
could pick
that.
it up.
Next
Yeah,
year,
next year.
Before Halloween.
6 years down the road, we continue. This is everybody's favorite segment. There's no way they fast forwarded through that. And they.
Oh, if you're fast forwarding at 54 minutes in, you might be a redneck.
That was incredible.
Should we say what gave us joy and go shopping?
I think so. We should say what gave us some joy.
Well, what is everybody going to be for Halloween?
Well, I got this damn wig and I got these vampire fangs that had good reviews. Okay.
It looks good.
The
I
reviews
know, but
on
they don't
Amazon. Hold up. The reviews on Amazon are fucking. We can no longer trust.
This is
these
my
reviews.
gripe because I looked at the reviews more in depth after I bought them, and it's clear that these were AI generated. Clear.
What can we trust? We can only trust at this point is word of mouth.
We can
you
trust
only
blood.
trust. You have to. If you're getting something, you have to ask your friends for a personal recommendation for something, because we've gotten to the point where we can't trust any of these fucking reviews. They're all bots.
Mhm.
Anything that has a 4.8 rating on Amazon is fucking trash. In fact, if it has the higher the rating, the worse the product is. Okay, because they have to make up for how bad it is with all the AI bots that are fucking reviewing this shit. And I've had enough.
Enough.
There's got to be a documentary about Amazon someday. I swear to God.
Oh, I'd watch the fuck
I
out of that.
swear to God.
Oh,
Three
I would
parter.
love to take them down, dude.
Motherfucker.
I want a sandwich right now. All right.
So what gave me joy this week? Well,
Yeah.
Oh, I promised myself I wouldn't let myself do food every time, but yesterday we went and got some Guatemalan food, and Jack, I know this shit will be right up your alley. It was 80 degrees yesterday. Disgusting heat. Disgusting, horrible fall heat. It shouldn't be that hot with leaves on the ground. You know what I mean? And you want to be wearing your new sweater or whatever, and you're getting all sweaty. That's the worst.
Al Gore warned us.
Yeah, he did. But we got Guatemalan food, and they were like, they're known for their soup, and I was like, fuck, I don't want. Well, was I wrong? Yeah, I was. This soup was some of the best soup I ever had in my life. I got home last night from a party hella late. When's the last time you heated up soup at 2 a.m. and ate it down like it was a burrito? I did last night because it was every bite was delicious. I licked the bowl clean. This was
You like that soup a
some
lot.
delicious.
Talk about it. What was the broth?
The broth was some kind of red chili based broth. It was like it had like chickpeas and chicken and peas and it was spicy as all hell. Something funny, Jack?
Just say chickpeas, chicken and peas.
You know what I'm reminded of is that, Eric, I remember like when we first started this podcast, you were like really insistent that like, no, people really like when we talk about what we eat. Like you were
That is
like that was like something that you were like, no, people really enjoy like when we just talk about like food and what we like to eat.
I would find that interesting. I love hearing about what someone ate.
I would say all like 15 of our test episodes are about
Eating
what we ate.
sandwiches.
Trying to figure out how to talk
I
about
might
what
go
we
get a sandwich for lunch. Really, Valentino's.
Can you bring one over?
Okay, so it was soup. It was soup.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
And the name of the place was called Cafe IX. I don't know how
we
you say
can't
that.
name anything without sponsorships. We're at the point where we're getting 15,000.
You're right.
We can't mention anything without getting money now.
We can't.
Okay.
I'm having deja vu. I feel like I had this exact same sentence was said on a podcast recently, but whatever. What gave you guys
It's
joy?
not possible. It's not possible.
Well, what gave me joy this week was eating Detroit style pizza. Shout out to the Detroit pizzaticians.
Food.
Another food thing, but man, can we just stop the debate about who has the best pizza, who has
It's
the best
Detroit.
style of pizza? Dude,
Jets.
it is not even
It's the D.
It's not even
It's the
close.
D.
It's not your fucking thin slice fucking New York dollar slice. No.
Yuck.
And it's definitely not the fucking pies where they put where it has like big wads of white shit on it, ricotta cheese. Nope. Not that. Definitely not that. It's the D. It's the D style pizza. Detroit
dirty D.
style. The dirt. They get down dirty in the D. Dirty in the D. It
it's
gets
so
dirty
cold
in the D. Yep.
It's so cold in the D.
Detroit. Dude,
Where was it?
whatever they
'Cause
did.
I went to this place
It's-
in LA too. It was a groundbreaking experience.
and I'm not going to shout them out because that place is going to get more business than they're used to, and it's going to overwhelm the staff and it's going to overwhelm the business owners. Even though it might make them more money, we don't want to do that to them unannounced. We're going to let every business know before we shout them out and give them the Joy Tactics bump before we do that, because it's just gonna wreak havoc on that business, honestly.
Oh, by the way, somebody made a cool logo of a Joy Tactics X salsa and beer on Reddit. And it
That
looked
was so bussin'.
That's cool.
That was
Awesome.
bussin'.
That's cool.
Can we
That's
do something
cool.
with that logo? What can we do with that logo? Should we try to get a salsa and beer
I
sponsorship?
think we should get a menu item.
At there forever.
Yeah,
I don't want to change it.
I don't want to change how good it is.
you're right.
I don't
When are
wanna
we gonna
change
go
it.
back to LA?
Man, I have a funny feeling that
Christmas in LA.
over the next 16 months, we're gonna have enough money to visit for a couple days.
Can I make a prediction before Jack
Yeah.
says what gave him joy?
Yeah.
2024, Eric,
Mm.
you're gonna make $1 million.
Holy
Yep.
shit,
Jack,
$1 million.
you're gonna make $1 million.
Yep.
Nate, you're gonna make $1 million. This is the year we are not spending another calendar year, not making $1 million collectively or individually and collectively $3 million. It's not. We're not going another calendar year. Can I hold you guys accountable to this?
Yes.
Yo, I just got into the pull-up bar.
Ooh, you look kind of sexy, Jack.
You're kind of stuck in there.
Oh, I've
Damn.
never seen you look so.
Excuse me, step bro. I jumped up into my pull-up bar. What are you gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about this?
Can I tell you something? I feel like there is somebody out there that's like, man, nobody's ever done my like sexual fetish,
This
like
is
nobody's
it.
ever gotten in the pull-up bar, and they have to like fantasize about this and make their own drawings of a guy stuck in a pull-up bar, and they're watching this and they're like, oh my fucking God, are you fucking serious? My fucking fetish that's so specific, that's never been done. Thank God, dude. You're making one single person out of the 9 billion in this planet extremely, maybe making their whole life.
You look really
feel-
soft,
makes
Jack.
my
You look
life.
really soft right now, man. Not in a,
Thank you.
you know what I mean? Your
I
skin
mean
looks
that.
soft, but the muscles look
Yeah.
hard. Just how it's supposed to be.
You got that skin of that baby skin.
Well, I don't grow body hair. Now everybody knows. I don't grow it.
But besides
I
that,
don't
you can
grow it.
tell the skin. I feel like Eric's skin looks kind of tough.
Eric, your skin looks like you know when there's some cheese left at the bottom of the pizza.
Hey,
luncheon
man,
board?
can we
You
be
never
chill
get all
about my
it out?
skin? I'm spending all this
Sorry.
money on Tretinoin, retinol, all the shit that Claudia
Tretinoin.
recommended.
Who's that? Hulk Hogan?
I'm just chewing down on something. I don't know what it is.
No, your skin,
All right.
Eric. Your skin looks like it could take a bullet better than Jack's skin. Like Jack's, I feel like
Jax would be ripped. You can see the
Jack's
way it
just,
would
like
shred.
burst open. Like
Yeah.
Oh, I was meant to get shot. That's for sure.
there would be a lot of liquids. Like,
Oh,
I
but
feel
my
like
blood would look good though.
your
Well,
blood would
you would see me
explode.
if you saw me get shot.
It's pink,
you would be like,
pink blood.
I want to. Why do I want a bite of that? Like, I feel like if I saw Eric's dead body on the street, I would be like, ooh, put something over that shit. If I saw me guts out, bleeding out, I'd be like, yo, is that fucking like that squeezy candy from when I was a kid?
yeah.
Jack,
Um,
what brought you joy, man?
what can I say? There's so much that brought me joy, but I'll have to give it up for the farmers market.
Oh,
Nice.
Walking across the farmers market was quite enjoyable. I purchased myself, and shout out somebody who pointed this out. We were wondering what's the opposite of pickling a cucumber, and it's candying.
Sweet.
And yet that doesn't sound that tasty to me because I don't like cucumbers like that. But I had a candy apple sitting in the park. Beautiful, concerningly beautiful day for the end of October. And I was sitting there just enjoying a candy apple, a very rare treat. I'll say I eat caramel apples a lot. I don't consider that a candy apple. I had a red candy apple.
Those are fucking good.
Why did God make red candy? Do you know what I'm trying to say right now?
No.
Why did God make good red candy apples if it don't rain in Indianapolis in the
In the
summertime?
Oh.
Dr. Gray and Dr. Goose, Mr.
Our nursery
No
rhymes.
nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
God
what
didn't
you're
make the little
what you guys
candy
are
red
referring
apples,
to.
and it don't.
It's a nice song,
Mhm.
but that gave me joy, even though my girlfriend said, "When are you going to start eating like an adult?" Shout out to
Wow.
Joy Tactics. 'Cause that was the first thing I ate that day, and it was candy, and that's not that rare.
I've been eating some of them Trader Joe's gummies, and they taste so good, but it makes me
Oh.
feel. Does this feeling sound relevant to you guys? You eat a certain type of sour candy or like Sour Patch Kids, and your skin feels like prickly. You just feel it.
Oh, that's relevant, super relevant.
That could be my
It's that-
blood
it's
sugar
that-
going crazy.
No, it's healthy. You're activating. And shout out, by the way, shout out everybody saying Russian, saying apple in Russian up in the chat. I appreciate y'all.
Do you guys think I should get nicotine patches?
Get Zen, dude.
Yes.
Try a little Zen.
I don't want the Zen.
Try
I
one.
don't want the Zen.
Try
I think
one.
I'm just gonna get a nicotine patch.
Here's what's up, Nate. Next time we're hanging out, me and Eric will drip nicotine products into your mouth while you're sleeping, and you won't know that you're doing
That would
it.
be so awesome. Like, and I don't even know I'm like.
Right, you'll just feel better.
Yeah, your
No,
blood
I
pressure
don't
will
know.
just go
I don't
to-
know why.
Go to 1,000.
We'll fucking shotgun cigarette smoke into your mouth while you're sleeping, CPAP style.
That would legit be. That would be something some real friends would do for a pimp.
We would, dude.
Yo,
It
comment
was, and
something
by the way, it
hella
was just your
spooky.
birthday, Nate. So we're gonna do
Oh,
something
happy
crazy
fucking
for you.
birthday,
Happy
Nate!
birthday to
Good God.
Did y'all see the video that I posted on the story for Nate? Nate did that. Remember that in Costa Rica, man?
Oh yes,
One of the
yeah.
drunkest
I
I
was-
ever saw you.
During that video, I know you can't tell from my suave sort of moves and how I'm, kind of standing up straight. I am more drunk than anyone has ever experienced in their entire life during that the filming of that video. And I was having an amazing time.
Yeah.
That was the last time I had fun dancing. I think
Well, you
what the fuck?
unleashed. You unleashed
trick-
that night.
the trick to having fun dancing as a adult person is get fucking so faded. Get drunker than you ever have in your entire life, where your brain can't even operate like can't even function in the world and process the world around you. Like it's just that's when you can really get into the dance in the groove.
I remember that night I felt really lame because I was wearing flip-flops because we came from the booze cruise. And there's something about wearing flip-flops in the club that just takes all your swag away.
There's no judgment in the club anymore, by the way. I hope you know. It's not like when you were in you were 16 years old.
Not in Costa Rica.
No judgment.
Could we go to Costa Rica?
And
we could do a trip, please. I'm tired of asking.
Let's go to Costa Rica. And I didn't get to go on the trip to Costa Rica because I had a panic attack at the airport and didn't get on the plane.
Yep.
And then I had already gotten this funny spray tan. I was going to surprise everybody with this kind of spray tan. And so I just was just at my friend's house sitting there having a panic attack with a spray tan. And it's a pretty funny picture to look back on.
But
that was really
overcome your fear.
Yeah, I've had
completely
a transformative year. I've had a very transformative
Who can say that they've overcame a fear in that short of time? Some people never overcome their fear.
Me.
So I just am really proud of you for that.
Thanks, man. It didn't feel like a short amount of time, and you never overcome you never fully recover from whatever you're going through, but you learn to make it not prohibitive, and you get through it.
That's beautiful.
Hey, comment something scary.
Comment something spooky. Oh, show us your
Scare
Halloween
the
costumes.
fuck out of us, man.
Yeah.
Scare the fuck out of us. Show us your fingertips.
Halloween costumes.
Show us your fingertips.
Show us your fingertips. And everybody have an amazing, safe Halloween. God bless the world.
Joy.
Ed Helms beatboxing.
Ed Helms. Body again.
Well, that concludes another incredible fucking episode of Joy Tactics. Head over to patreon.com/joytactics to unlock exclusive weekly bonus episodes. And make sure to follow us on social media where we post fire TikToks and hilarious shit like that. And if you loved the shit you just listened to, make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Thanks for listening, and remember, we are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves.